dudes. So, pop quiz for you. What's the number one rule of the shop? Does it work safely? Is it put your goddamn tools away when you're done? Maybe it's something weird like, have all your tools on dollies or wheels so you can move your shop around anytime you want. Those are all wrong. All wrong. The number one rule of the workshop is keep the missus happy. So Mrs. Deadgirl came up with an idea to use all of these old tires I've got laying around. Seem to accumulate them pretty quickly when you got a tire changer and a balancer sitting around. And she wants to make a little garden out of old tires and make squash and onions and carrots and other vegetable matters of miscellaneous options. So to do that, we're going to use these old worn out tires, but I want to remove the top side of them first so we can get more plants and take up less real estate in the yard. So to do that, there's a whole bunch of different ways to remove or to cut the sidewall of a tire. I'm going to show you a quick and relatively easy way to do it. First things, get yourself a drill. Doesn't matter what it is. I've got a 1/2-inch drill bit on here that happens to be sharper than hell, but it is what it is. Drill a hole in the sidewall of the tire up by the tread. Go figure. Alright, now that tire is totally screwed and can't be used for anything else ever again, take out a handy-dandy utility knife. This is an old Stanley fixed jaw. I think it's another dead guy tool. And extend that line out. Now you could go all the way around the tire using your utility knife, but that's a lot of work. So I want to work less hard, always. So we're going to get some power tools involved. And what a power tool we got. This is an old Rockwell Sawzall from the, reciprocating saw. From the late 60s. This is my grandfather's of all things. Really, he never used it. He was a kind of guy that dressed in white slacks a lot. And I don't know why the hell he even had this. But I've used the hell out of it. And when I die, it'll probably go to another dude. And he ain't going to wear it out either. So we're going to take this, bust this all the way around the sidewall of this worn out tire. Success! So, some of you guys are probably wondering why I didn't just saw right through here. So, for those that aren't familiar with tire construction, this has got a large wire or steel bead, or wired bead in here. You can cut through them, but it's a hassle. So, you're better off starting a pilot hole up on the side, extending it a bit, and then running your saw all the way around. Alright guys, just want to show you the final cut here. So using the Sawzall you can get these cuts really nice and round. Want a little cattywampus in one of those corners there. But that's ready to go and ready to be painted in a few minutes. Just to show you why I don't bother using a utility knife. So knives cut straight very well, but cutting a curve with a knife is quite challenging. And last time I checked, I haven't seen too many square tires out there. And this is one I did with the utility knife, and you can see long, straight sections in it. So now I got to go back with the Sawzall and try to clean those up so it doesn't look quite so terrible. Alright dudes, we got to paint this thing so it doesn't look like a semi-truck cast-off sitting on the side of the road. I dug through the old paint cabinet of mine. Look for some paint I haven't used for a little while and won't use for a little while. This happens to be Kill's Original. It's an oil-based paint. The oil-based is the only thing that really matters. You don't want to be spraying latex on this. Another thing, I'm going to be spraying these. So, got to mix it up and thin it. Grab your favorite paint thinner. This is not my favorite. This also happened to be sitting in the paint cabinet. And I haven't used it in years, so I want to use it and get rid of it. But to do that, you got to mix it. I was grabbing an old soup can. In this case, is turkey and giblets. It was delicious, let me tell you. Well, let's get this stuff mixed up. Grab your handy dandy 5-in-1. Hit the tripod to make everybody sick. Here's a little tip for you guys. When you're pouring paint, always pour towards the front. Never cover up the backside. These are all your important information. Your cleanup, your preps, your how fast will this kill you. Luckily, this won't kill you too bad. I mean, you'll still be killed by death, but, you know, not the end of the world. Right. Another little tip for you guys that might not be doing a lot of painting. Always clean the edge of your paint can. When the paint sits there, a big clot of it sits there and dries. That's what seals the lid on for eternity. Or it dries and then the lid doesn't sit on nice and firm, leaves air, your paint dries up. And depending on the paint, could have wasted a good amount of dough. So these are just throwaway foam brushes, but I like to use them over. So put them in a plastic bag, wrap it up, and you'll be able to use it again. Now, since I'm spraying this through a spray gun, you want to add a lot of this stuff. What a great place to do this in front of one of my toolboxes. I won't regret that at all. So this is just a little paint mixer I made quite a few years ago. All this is just a pegboard insert with the hook end lopped off. You can use this for any color paint you want. Just let it dry and you can use it again and again and again. And this might get a little messy. Alright, so now either the fun or the hassle begins, depending on your proclivity of shop work. So what we have here is one of the super cheap $15 Harbor Fraught air guns. You know, this is an HVLP. It's a piece of crap. You know, whoever used it last, I mean, the guy must have been a complete asshole because he barely cleaned it. And it's struggling along here. So we'll just spray a little bit to show you how quick and how much coverage you can get using a spray gun rather than a old rattle can. And for this tire, you know, I barely cleaned it. I just took an old wire brush and knocked off the mud and the dirt and called it good. It's a tire. You don't need to power wash it. You don't need to scrub it down. Just make this easy. And you see I really am giving no care to how I'm getting this sprayed on because it's a tire. Oh! Gun mited. There we go. We will coax paint out of this thing. Alright. That's one coat of paint. And personally, I'm totally happy with it. We'll see if Mrs. Deadgirl's okay with it. We'll probably end up painting them other colors or stenciling or I don't know. Got like 3 is equal to D stencils that really, really need to get put on something. We'll see if that passes her muster. Alright, don't become a dead guy. One more thing, because my staircase wit is just the best. So I know a lot of you are wondering why I go to the effort of getting the spray gun out, mixing paint, just to do one tire. That'd be kind of dumb. I had 6 of these damn things to do. And once you start adding up the cost of spray paint, say what, Rust-Oleum's what, $5 a can? It's about a can and a half to cover one of these things would be my guess. That's $5 times 1.5 times 6. It's more than I wanted to spend. Doing 6 of the tires with this crappy spray gun Cost me about $3 to $4 in materials, if even that. Most of this stuff I ended up getting at estate sales and things like that. You know, you can buy a full thing of paint thinner for 50 cents at an estate sale. And it's the good stuff. It's the stuff that'll cause cancer and get you a third nipple in no time. But did happen to look inside this gun to see why it was working so crappy. It is full of shmoo. There's big chunks of it. I've sprayed epoxy primers through this thing. I've sprayed adhesives through it, and a whole bunch of other crap. Realistically, this gun's probably about dead. It's a $15 tool if you don't buy it on sale, but if you don't buy it on sale at Harbor Freight, you're doing it wrong. So, last job for this thing, and it sputtered and really struggled the whole way through, but good enough. With that, now I'll say goodbye. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't become a dead guy.